not ready for this.
Hey, Bud, what's your name?
Charles
Charles. What's your last name?
Castelli,
Oh. Do you know your birthday?
June 30th,
What year?
6/30/21.
1921?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
And where were you born? What city?
St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, really? Okay. And we were talking about you moved from there to California?
Yeah,
And how old were you then? Around
Six.
about six?
About six, Daddy.
about 6.
I think that's what Gina told me.
Now, here's a-
That's right.
Here's a big test. When you were in St. Louis, there must have been something exciting that you remember. What do you remember in St. Louis? The sled? The bicycle? What kind of thing do you remember doing in St. Louis when you were a little boy?
Going to some big bands that play come to
Oh, neat.
St.
Was it like Benny Goodman?
Well, I would say that's good. Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah.
Okay, so you moved to California. What city did you move to? Do you know?
I think it was Los Angeles.
Because he went to Fairfax High.
Los Angeles?
In
Yeah.
Hollywood, where my mom went to school.
Okay, when you were in school, do you remember your best friend's name? Remember him? A cool, really nice guy?
No.
Who did you take the trip on the horse with, Dad?
Huh?
Who was your friend that you did the trip on the horses after you graduated from high school?
Wow.
I really don't know.
Okay, I just remember the really good pictures of you and your friend both.
Well, you guys remember more about me than I do.
How about high school? In high school, did you play any sports?
Well, yeah, into sports. I was a good runner.
Yeah?
Oh.
And a high hurdler.
The high hurdle. Yeah,
He held the record
yeah. I held a record on.
Wow.
for a very long time.
That's Fairfax High School?
Yeah,
You hold the record? That's cool.
yeah,
Fairfax and Hollywood.
yeah.
And so you won a record for high, what do you call it?
Hurdling.
High hurdles.
Yeah.
And then you also, did you run long distance?
No, just the high and the low hurdle.
Oh, low hurdles too.
The
Okay.
hard ones.
Do you know what year you graduated?
No,
Okay. Did you have a friend there that you might remember, like a girlfriend maybe?
I didn't.
You had Mom. Mom was in high school with you.
Oh, that's cool. Rosemary was in high school?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
So how did you meet her?
Huh?
How did you meet Rosemary?
Just at school, I think.
At a dance?
At the school, I assume.
Yeah. Do you remember any particular thing about you and Rosemary that, oh, we had so much fun going to the, remember the prom?
I think they just hung out together.
Okay.
I don't know.
Were you best friends? That's great if you were.
Did you have any children?
Yeah, we had 5.
Oh, wow. What's their names?
Look on the mantle.
Okay.
On a mantle.
Okay, well, I'll put them in there. Listen, which child did you like the best?
I didn't have any. I liked all 5.
You liked all of them?
Oh, sure.
Even Rosemary? Even Rosemary over there?
She's one of the top.
The top kids.
Good.
Because I came first. Got to know me first.
No. Rose and,
Gina.
yeah, Gina.
What a-
Rose and Gina were the top ones.
Yeah. Now I heard you were in the military.
Yeah, for a short time.
What year?
Oh, God.
1945?
It'd be
Before
like,
that,
Before.
yeah.
So
'Cause
you were.
I was born when he was in the military, and Mom moved back to Grandma's house.
What year was that?
Where was that?
Well, I was born in 41.
Oh, he was already in.
When
Oh.
it first
I
started?
think he went in after I was born. Right, Dad? Because you and Mom had your
Yeah.
apartment first. You had your own little apartment for a while, and then you were drafted.
yeah,
And I was born, and Mother went back and lived with her mom. And she took Dad's job at Technicolor to hold on to it for him.
yeah.
So
Oh,
that when he got out
wow.
of the service, he would have his job.
Yeah.
So that's how she ended up getting into the movie industry and getting her own card, and then she worked in the film industry also all those years.
So she took whose job?
She had to take Dad's
Dad's job.
If
Okay.
you took your husband's job or could do his job, that saved his job for him when he got out.
Oh,
of
what a
the
neat
service.
thing.
That's a great thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now I heard you were in the Air Force, Army Air Force.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about that? What kind of thing did you do when you were in the Air Force?
I trained on an airplane.
Navigation.
Yeah.
Navigation. That was really hard to do back then. Were you on a flying fortress?
Well, that's what it was. Two pilots.
Two pilots. Did you ever go on bombing raids over enemy territory?
No, that thing ended.
The war
Oh.
ended.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We'd worked so hard for so many months to get where we were, and then suddenly here the thing
Oh, so you were ready to go, but
is. Yeah,
the war was over.
Yeah.
Wow. So during the war, how many times did you get to come back and visit Rosemary?
Oh, quite a bit. I
He was stationed right here.
Oh,
So he came back.
oh, you were stationed here. Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, one thing that was amazing to me is that Technicolor was going, and they built a new Technicolor over in North Hollywood,
Yeah.
and they were only going to choose one guy to be the head of the quality control department. Why did they choose you?
You got me.
Because you were smarter than the rest of them?
Oh, you can do that. You can say that.
So,
The rest of them won't like that, but
and they were like the old Technicolor guys, right? And you were still like a modern guy, right?
I hope so.
Who was the number one person you hired in your department?
Oh, I don't
Me. Remember you hired me? I was the first guy.
Oh, you came from what was that equipment that you were on?
A printer.
Oh yeah, printer.
I was printing.
Right next to me,
Yeah, it was next room over.
and that's you came over in break times and kind of let me know that you wanted to be.
Kinda. Well, that was so nice of you to let me work in the department.
And that's how you got in. You worked at it.
Well, that's not the only thing. I got in because of you,
Well,
and that changed everything. That it gave my career an upward momentum. And you're the guy.
well,